Welcome, Guardians. This is your friendly neighborhood Longwood from ARRANTIDE-GAMING with another Destiny 2 video for you. Hey, Guardians. So this week, a guy that we all know named Luke Smith decided to put out a little thing he's calling the Director's Cut. And this is part 1 of 3. He's just laying out what basically he and the development team's thoughts are about the content that they have put out and the content they're going to be putting out in the next year. Luke Smith is quoted in saying, "We're making a lot of changes in Destiny 2 with Shadowkeep. And like you, we want Destiny 2 to be an amazing action MMO and single evolving world that you can play anytime, anywhere with your friend." Nice. "I'm going to keep referencing," he says, to it being a MMO until it is done. And then he's going to keep referencing it until it's good enough. I like that a lot. I really do. Can't wait for this MMO action to come out. So first on Luke Smith's list was the creation of the annual pass. And I don't know if you're familiar with it, but you should be, but the annual pass allowed us Destiny 2 players to have some content in between the lulls of the big DLCs. And that actually was great for us. But Luke Smith said that it was taxing endeavor for the development team. An example of this was during the annual pass, we invented new bespoken ways to earn rewards each season. The Black Armory had its bounties, the Season of the Drifter had the Reckoning, and the Season of Opulence had its Chalice. Each of these mechanics, each in their own lessons, are valuable, but also put the team in a unsustainable development cycle. We need to develop a more systematic, standardized set of mechanics for progression to keep our teams healthier. I would agree. And we're definitely going to be tackling that in D2 Year 3. I love it when they say that and they're not talking about D3. Alright, so next on Smith's list is we have a powerful source problem. Yes. Each season brought with it new powerful sources, and optimizing your character meant that you have to go run 3 story missions every week and return into old places like the Dreaming City that you haven't been to in months. Luke Smith said, "I feel like we need to do a better job of shifting powerful sources," and I am in agreement. We could explore things like changing the value of powerful sources to create new seasonal efficiencies, or retire some powerful sources as we bring new sources into the game. Simply put, I wish we'd been able to do more seasonal creation of the game, and I'm sure we all wish that too. I don't know about you guys, but this sounds like a very welcome change, because I know I hate going back and doing all that old crap over and over again. Alright, so next on Luke Smith's list is the Season of the Drifter, and how it created problems for Bungie. Basically, you have 2 gameplays in one thing, so which one is it going to be? You can't have both. You can't make them both, relevant at the same time, and they discovered that during their development. It's very hard for them to keep both of them relevant. But Matt Smith said that there can only be one Highlander of Gambit, the Supreme Gambit, and in his opinion, he thinks it's Gambit Original. Reckoning, including things like spawning enemies behind you and not clearly telegraphing when bad guys were coming. Because if you're familiar with Destiny 2, usually that when you get bad guys spawning in, it's met with a musical cue, or you see a ship flying over your head. So that's definitely something they're lacking in Gambit. Not sure if that really makes a difference though. Matt Smith also said that Reckoning was specifically designed around a Phoenix Protocol Warlock as a key, but they do not want to funnel people into that kind of a build in an activity ever again. Luke Smith was quoted in saying, "Destiny had its sweet gear. In order to create challenging in the Reckoning, we broke a bunch of our encounter design philosophy. That sweet gear, coupled with the encounter design, meant that number of ways to viably efficiently progress was dramatically reduced." Yes, sir. Well, at least you guys are paying attention. Next on the list is the Season of Opulence, Part 2. We're going to talk about the Pursuit tray, and remember when that came out and we couldn't find our pursuits? We're like, what's going on? Well, it got moved, right? The design team was initially flabbergasted with the negative and frustrating comments about the change because the team wanted to make something sweet, exceeding your expectations and their own expectations, but none of those things happened. Luke said, "It felt like we were decorating your house, but we didn't finish, and I think we can do a better job ensuring that while we're remodeling your house, the potential of the renovation is clear, either in-game or via some communication here on the site," which they did not do any of, which that was a real big thing. You know, you guys usually are pretty specific on your stuff, and you didn't let us know anything about that, and it was a dumb move. All right. This fall, bounties will be separated from quests. Nice. And PC players can assign hotkeys that take them directly to the pursuit menu. Next on the list is the changes to Eververse and the microtransactions. I'm not sure about you guys, but I don't care much for the microtransactions, but this little segment may change my mind. Also, the Eververse storefront is getting moved to the director, so this fall Guardians will no longer have to go to the tower to go see Tess to see her wares. Luke Smith said, "Last year we thought long and hard about Eververse and how we wanted to change the strategy around microtransactions in Destiny. As some folks have smartly pointed out, microtransactions is a big part of our business, being a live game. I'm not going to say microtransactions fund the studio or pays for projects like Shadowkeep, but it does help the development team go off into other endeavors and allows them to do creative, fun things otherwise they could not afford." Was not aware of that. So yeah, my opinion on microtransactions has been changed. As long as they're using that money to give us new content, hey, I guess I am for it. All right. Well, this has been your friendly neighborhood Longwood from Arrantide Gaming, giving you this Director's Cut Part 1. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, happy hunting.